it's Ro. Welcome to another Nerdy Nummies. Today we're going to be making a cake that we've never made before. Today we are going to be making a roll cake. These cakes are super popular right now. There are so many pictures of them all over the internet, and I'm seeing them at my local bakery and even at the grocery store, so I thought this is the perfect time to do a roll cake, and we're going to theme it Hearthstone. I've been playing this game a lot. It's really fun. I can't wait for it to come out, and I thought it would be perfect. So today we are going to be making a Hearthstone themed roll cake. Let's get started. To make this cake, we have to make two types of batter. The first is the decoration batter. So to do this, you're just gonna need an electric mixer. If you don't have a KitchenAid, it's fine. You can just use a regular hand mixer, or you can use a whisk. The first thing you're gonna do is take 7 tablespoons of butter, and I've left this out so it's room temperature, and you're just gonna put it in your bowl. Then you're gonna take 3/4 cup of powdered sugar and add it to your bowl, and then you're gonna mix these two together until it's really smooth and combined. Mix it around. Once your mixture is nice and creamy, you're gonna take 3 egg whites and add it to the bowl and mix it up. And now you're gonna add 1 cup of flour while it's mixing. Just slowly, gradually add it to the bowl so that flour doesn't fly up everywhere. Once you've got your decoration batter all mixed together, we're gonna divide it into 3 bowls, and we're gonna dye it 3 different colors. The 3 colors are going to be gray, so I've got some black food coloring dye, blue, and red. I really like this AmeriColor brand because it has a little squeeze bottle top. And so you can just squeeze in a drop of dye and it doesn't get your fingers messy. Oh, easy does it, 1 drop of red. Just gonna mix it up. Now we're gonna dye these batters blue and gray. Once you've got your batter dyed red, blue, and a light gray, we're just gonna put it in these piping bags. I'm just using a fancy bag with a number 3 tip at the end, and then I put a little piece of tape here so that the batter won't come out the bottom when we're putting the batter in the top. If you don't have one of these bags, it's fine. You could just use a regular plastic bag and then cut the tip. I'm just using this little tip to be more accurate. So what you do is you stick your bag in the cup, pull down the sides, and then just scoop your batter in. Bloop. Push down the batter. And then I'm just taking these elastic, they're actually hair tie bands, and just tying off the top. Ta-doo, easy peasy. Now I'm just gonna do this to the other 2. Now that our decoration batter is completely ready, we're gonna make our design. I am using this pan. It is a 15" by 10" cookie sheet, and then I've printed off this template. I made it in Photoshop, and I'll put a link down below to the PDF version so you can download this one and use it if you'd like to, so that you don't have to make your own at home. Remember, when you're making roll cakes, you'll want the image to be inversed, because when you roll it, it mirrors the image. It's a little bit confusing, but trust me. Okay, so what you're gonna do is take your template, and I'm just gonna put it here at the top of the tray, leaving a little bit room on the top. And I'm gonna tape it down with some tape. Then you're gonna take a piece of parchment paper and you're gonna place it right on top of the design and tape it down. Now you're gonna take your blue batter and we're gonna fill in the designs. Just trace the design on top of the parchment paper. Now you're gonna take your red batter and you're gonna fill in all the little hearts, and once you're done, you're gonna pop it in the freezer for about 10 minutes, and then we'll do the gray batter. Now we're gonna pop this in the freezer again and just leave it in there until we are done making our roll cake batter. To make the roll cake batter, it's a little bit confusing, but I made it easy because I have 2 separate bowls, because what you do is you make 2 different mixtures and then you fold them in together. So I have a red bowl and a silver bowl so that we won't get confused. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take 4 eggs and you're gonna crack them all open into here, and you're gonna separate the egg white from the egg yolk. And a really cool tip, I'm gonna call it a Schmidt tip. He's my DP of Nerdy Nummies. He's behind this camera. We saw this YouTube video and he showed me how to separate your egg whites and egg yolks. So let me show you. You're gonna crack all your eggs in this bowl, and then you're just gonna take a water bottle, press out the air a little bit, and then put the top of it on top of the yolk, And suck up the yolk. Whoop, we got it, we got it. We can let the egg whites drain. Perfect. And then put the egg yolk over here. Boop. Now that we've got our egg yolks and our egg whites separated, we are gonna make our egg white mixture. So in the red bowl, we're gonna pour our 4 egg whites. Boop. And 1/4 cup of sugar, just regular sugar. Then you're gonna add a teaspoon of cream of tartar, which is actually not a cream. It is a white powder and it's found in the spices section at the grocery store. And now we're gonna beat until you get hard peaks, and it's about for 5 minutes, and I'll show you what a hard peak looks like. It looks like a little fluffy mountain. Now our egg white mixture is all done. Now we're gonna make the egg yolk mixture. So you're just gonna take your 4 egg yolks, pour them in the bowl, and then you're gonna take 1/4 cup of sugar, just regular sugar. And then you're just gonna take your electric beater. It's okay if these are on there, that's fine. You can just transfer it into this bowl. Then you're just gonna mix it together until it turns into a yellow creamy paste. Now you got your 2 mixtures all ready. Now what you're gonna do is fold in your egg whites. You're gonna take a scoop of egg whites with a spatula and put it into your egg yolk bowl and then fold it in. Once you folded in all the egg white mixture like so, now you're gonna take 4 tablespoons of butter, and I've melted this in the microwave, but then let it sit so that it's not hot, it's just room temperature, and you're just gonna pour it in. Then you're gonna add 3/4 cup of flour. Just put it in. I put half of it in and then I'll fold it, and then another half and then fold. And then you're done. Once your roll cake batter is all ready, now you're just gonna take your sheet out of the freezer and remove the design, the paper design. Very gentle, like so. Now you're just gonna pour your roll cake batter on the top and spread it flat. Now you're just gonna tap your tray down. This will take out all the little air bubbles, and you're gonna heat your oven to 375, and you're gonna bake this cake for 7 minutes. Only 7 minutes, because these cakes bake really, really fast. So just keep an eye on it. If it starts to turn golden brown at all, take it out, because they bake fast. All right, let's put it in the oven. You take your cake out of the oven, and right away you're just gonna cut all along the edges so that your cake comes out easily. Then what you're gonna do is take a piece of parchment paper, put it on top, and any flat surface. I'm just using a bigger cookie sheet that I had laying around, put it on top. Then you're gonna put on your oven mitts because your pan on the bottom is still hot, and you're gonna flip it over. This is gonna be a little bit weird, but we can do it. Ta-da! Oh, it looks great. This looks amazing. Now you're just gonna remove your piece of parchment paper. Be gentle, take your time. Okay, now what you're gonna do is take one last piece of parchment paper, put it on top, and you're gonna flip it over once again. And this tray is cool now, so it's pretty easy. Your designs are on this end, so you're gonna roll from the bottom going up towards the design. So you're gonna start on this end and then just roll your cake. Just like that. Doo-doo. Isn't that cute? Looks like a little log. And then you're just gonna set this aside and let it cool. And while it's cooling, in this shape, we're gonna make some cream cheese whip filling. I'm gonna dye it blue so that it will look like the Hearthstone, and we're gonna cut some fresh strawberries. I took some whipped cream cheese and I dyed it blue with just a drop of food coloring dye, and I just put it in this little plastic baggie. And then I took some fresh strawberries and cut them up. Yum, yum, yum. Oh. While our cake was cooling, and now we're just gonna roll it out. And take off the parchment paper. Nice. Then we're just gonna take our frosting, snip the tip. Boop. And then just put frosting all throughout. I'm leaving some room at the sides and at the bottom because when you roll the cake, the frosting will all be pushed forward. That's okay. Now I'm just gonna take a big spatula, or you can take a knife, whatever you have, and just smooth it out. Then I'm just gonna take these fresh strawberries and put them all the way across in a line like this. Doop. Doop. Once you got your frosting and your strawberries in place, now we're gonna re-roll the cake for the last time. Our roly-poly cake. Roly-poly, roly-poly. Ta-da! Our Hearthstone roll cake is all done and it looks amazing. I love it. The little designs are so cute. And what I really like is the end. So when you cut it into slices, it will look like the Hearthstone symbol. Look at that. This was such a cool idea. Thanks you guys for suggesting to do a cool new special cake. I really love making this. If you have any other ideas for any other nerdy nummies, please let me know. Leave me a comment down below and I'll do my best to make it happen. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, because I will post lots of pictures of this yummy Hearthstone roll cake. And I love getting fan baking creation pictures. So if you have pictures, send them to me. I like to post them there. All right, thanks you guys. Let me know if you want to see a cool, weird new cake again. All right, bye-bye.